Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives with another knife review. So they're calling this knife the Gray Liner Lock Knife. That's a very creative name. No, just kidding. Alright, by my measurement, the blade length is 3.7 inches. So it's a fairly large knife. You see it is an extra wide drop point. The handle scales on this are textured G10. You see the pocket clip there. Your opener on this is a flipper, semi-open construction with a textured spacer, and it's got beefy steel liners, right? And it is a liner lock. It opens very smoothly. It fires decisively. I like that. There's the lockup. It's got a pretty beefy liner. There was no liner flex. There was no blade play. And the steel on this, 7CR17. Boom. Yeah, fairly inexpensive stainless steel for a fairly inexpensive knife. The last time I checked, the price on this, $16.50. That is subject to change, but pretty reasonable. It's a fairly large knife. The blade shape reminds me of many fixed blade camp knives, actually. Sharpness Demo. It came extremely sharp. Like, as sharp as knives that are like 10 times as expensive. I did not touch it up at all. Yeah, I gotta give the initial sharpness on this an A. You see it's got some texture on a thumb rest as well. Yeah, the blade shape, it kind of reminds me of my old Kershaw Antelope Hunter and Deer Hunter fixed blades, but, you know, extra wide drop points are very common. Here's more on the smoothness of the flipping action. I left the volume on despite annoying birds trying to destroy my life, or at least be in the video. But you can hear, hopefully you can hear that action and that lockup. This thing fires great. Yeah, very smooth, which is good because it does not have a thumb stud or any other facility for opening the blade, so the flipper has to work, and it does. It's a very useful blade shape. You know, with how pointy it is and how good at slicing that shape is as well. This could be a tactical folder. Could be. It could also just be a folding camp knife, probably the one of the more likely uses of it. Just because, like I said, it resembles skinning and camping fixed blades, the blade shape. Making a drop point extra wide is just a way to get more length to the curvature of the blade, also known as the belly. Right? Very important if you're going to slice through something or skin something. So, final conclusions on this knife. Well, the important things are that it locks up securely. There's no blade play. There's no liner flexing. It came extremely sharp. It opens quickly, smoothly, and decisively. The blade shape is a classic and common blade shape, but also very useful, especially for slicing. Like I said, I'd categorize that blade shape as a camp knife. It's ubiquitous, meaning universal. And yeah, so all the important things are there. It gives a good grip. Good for larger size hands. It's on the larger side for a folder. Good for big dudes. As for the drawbacks, well, the only real ones I could think of would be if you wanted just a better steel, which would of course require, you know, would make the knife more expensive, and thus it would probably no longer be in the budget category. And I guess some people might object to only having the flipper as your opener. Alright, you know, you might want to not draw a lot of attention. That's really the only drawbacks I can think of, but overall, it's great for less than $20. I mean, that's a good deal. Oh, one other drawback, this could be a deal breaker. They're calling it the Gray Liner Lock Knife. It needs a name, any name. You know, they could call it the Wombat or the Platypus or something. It would probably be better. Alright, I'm kidding, that's not a deal breaker. But it is kind of funny. Now, I got this at gearbest.com, so if you want to pick one up, I'll include a link, and if this sells out, I'll include a a bunch of different links because they seem to keep selling out a lot of stuff, so I'll include several links so you will have something to browse. I hope you enjoyed seeing this knife. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.